welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. And ultimately, thank you so much for gracing your presence here on my channel. I truly appreciate it. So thanks for stopping by. Now that you're here, let's get into the 7-month Loc update. Now I know just a few weeks ago, or literally last week, I posted my 6-month update, right? I understand, but it'll be okay. Okay, I'm just a little late on a couple things. Anyway, so let's see what my hair has been doing, how it's been reacting, how I've been feeling about my hair. But first, let's just talk about this 7-month journey thus far. Because honestly, 7 months, I wouldn't say these months flew by, but they sped up after month 4. After month 4, it was like the growth happened tremendously faster. They started to fall more. They started to retain more moisture. Hydrating it wasn't a problem as much. Washing it was done more frequently. So, and I felt indifferent during some months. Up until this point, of course. Luckily, I have not put in any extensions in my hair, or I have not done any consistent, repetitive manipulation to it, besides coloring and maybe every often putting a few loc beads in my hair. I can say I'm really enjoying this journey. Now that I'm in my 7th month and I know I'm like, what, 5 months away from 12 months from a year, I can say that I'm actually enjoying it. I'm starting to get the feel of who I am in the embodiment of beauty, right? And what that means for me. Like I said before, locks for me are very spiritual. I started them thinking that, hey, I was just tired of doing my hair. Then as I progressed in my journey, I realized that they became very significant to what I found beauty was and how I contribute to my own aesthetics. So before we get any further, I want to just go ahead and show you my hair, what it's been doing or what it looks like, because it's been changing a little bit gradually, right? There hasn't been like significant change. Maybe if you look at month 3 to now, you're probably like, okay, I can see something different. They're definitely hanging. Okay, got a little hang time, just a little bit. But I don't know, like, let me just show you my hair first and I'll talk about it. Okay, so what's it doing? Okay, as you can see, there's so much new growth. And literally retighten it. And when I say retighten, just I basically mean like take the crochet hook and, you know, crochet the locks or crochet the new growth together. They can fall when I flip them. This side is very much thicker than this side in appearance. This side can sometimes look weaker, but they're very strong at the base because I kind of play it by ear of when to retighten this side. I don't retighten them all at the same time because they all grow at different paces, at different rates, and how much growth do they have. So sometimes I have to let this side grow out a little bit more than this side before I decide to retighten it or, you know, crochet the new growth together, because they are skinnier and I don't want them to become limp. So that's my hair. Let me see if I can turn around the back. I'm never good at letting you guys see the back, but okay, here it is. So, how can I do this without falling? Okay. So here's the back. I got my amethyst, my clear quartz crystals in my hair just to protect the energy that it brings in. As you can see here, it's there's 2 locks joined together naturally. I didn't force them together. They kind of did that themselves. And the side. And now the front. So let's get into it, right? Okay, so as you can see, my hair has dropped. In my last journey, my first set of locks, my hair dropped around 7 months as well. But the first time it dropped because I was kind of forcing it. I was kind of maneuvering it to drop. Like I was wearing scarves, stuff like that. This time, I didn't necessarily force it. It kind of was second nature. Just by me watering my plants every day, by me sleeping on it a certain way. It still sticks up in the morning because I usually don't wear scarves. Sorry, I don't like talking with my hands. I usually don't wear scarves at night just because they're very itchy. They give me a headache because sometimes they can be too tight. And then if you loosen them up, they end up loosen the scarf up, it ends up falling off. So there's no point of it. But I play it by ear. Sometimes I may, sometimes I may not. But most of the time it's been not. And I've been feeling a lot more confident. Of course, during my 6th month, I was wearing a lot of scarves just to kind of enhance and contribute to my beauty that way. But then I was realizing the more I would literally wake up and before I would go out somewhere, I would put on a scarf. So I felt like I was kind of hindering my growth by always depending on a scarf to protect my inner beauty, protect what's on the outside. And even though it does do that great justice, it does. I feel like sometimes depending on it can you almost forget what's happening under your locks. Under the scarf, and what is happening within your locks, that you kind of neglect them. Because, like I said, you're depending on one thing so often that you almost forget that you have to pay attention to what's underneath. Whether it's inside, in your head, on your heads, or just internally feeling those different energies that need to be expressed, right? And need to be taken care of. So that's why and it's been a little hard to just kind of step away from the scarves day by day. And not that I won't go back to them. I just want to enjoy my beauty as is, because I don't want to look back on my journey and during months 6 and 7, all I did was wear scarves. Or during 6 through 12, all I did was wear scarves. And it's like, I didn't really get to see myself in my rawness, in my naked features, and my nakedness, my naked truth, right? So that's why I was like, let me just step away from the scarves. Let me see what I'm working with inside. Excuse me. So it's a little bit of this. What is this called? It's fruit juice, but it's natural. I squeezed it. I forget. It's strawberries. And now I'm getting off topic. Hold on. Okay. So good. Refreshing. So yeah. That's the reason why I was like, you know what? Let me just enjoy the embodiment of nature that's taking place in and outside of my body as is, instead of covering up all the time. So I do encourage you, if you are depending on scarves a lot, maybe step away from it for a couple of days to see how you feel in your nakedness, see if, are your locks shorter than what you expected? Are they longer? Or is there a lot of new growth? Are they laying the way you want to? Just really examine who you are without the material things, whether it's earrings. Like, let's take off these earrings. And let's see how naturally I feel without them. If I was to, off camera, take off my clothes and study my aesthetics that way, and take off these beads and wipe off this lipstick and undo my brows. You just want to really find yourself within yourself. You never want to look to outside things because they're not always there, right? But I do encourage you that if you haven't tried to dress it up every now and then, to do so, because it does add to how you feel certain days, and I'll get into that on another video. So yeah, I'm getting excited. So my locks have been solidifying at the ends, if you can tell here. They've been solidifying. Some of them have been solidifying but still have frizziness at the end of it. So, but I like it. I really do, because they almost look like freeform at the end. I don't know how. Just depending on which side you look at, right? But it kind of looks like I started from freeform. But really, when I start my locks from the first journey till now, I don't really know whether to retwist or to crochet the new growth, or to palm roll, or I'm not really good at the techniques. I know how to take care of my hair, but sometimes I'll just let it grow out. So that's why it may look like I kind of freeformed in the beginning by how flat the end of my locks are looking, which is totally fine with me. I enjoy all parts of this beauty. So like I said, the 7th month, I've been feeling extremely confident, or getting there, with the way my hair is laying. Even though it's short, it's tailored to my face, I kind of dig it. I really do, because it allows me to acknowledge myself. Excuse me. It allows me to acknowledge myself in my purest form. Excuse me. So it's amazing to see your transformation throughout the month. So that's why it's so good to, whether you document your journey or not, take pictures, you know, just to see, because to me, locking your hair up is one of the challenges. It's a challenge. It's probably one of the hardest journeys you can go through, because you have to deal with shrinkage. You have to deal with all the things you deal with loose natural, knotting up loose strands, tangles, matted hair, except now it's supposed to do that. And you have to kind of look at yourself as beautiful even after. So it's a beautiful journey, but it's that journey, okay? So, well, that's all really I have for my 7th month. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Also, before I go, I do want to say that, what haven't I said? I've been washing my hair regularly. I think I mentioned that in my 6th month. Nothing too much has really changed. It's really just, you can kind of see the difference between one side and the other, which to me it's okay. You're never really going to have perfect locks where each of them are cylinder or cylindrical. They're not always going to be the same size, the same width. So I started these locks myself. So of course they're going to be a little unbalanced, but that's what makes them balanced, if that makes sense, because it's a part of me and it's a part of the energy that I keep inside. You know, we always have the yin and the yang. So these are my yin and my yangs, and I love them. I can't wait to see what happens. So I encourage you guys to stay tuned, to follow me on this journey, to leave your comments down below. Let's get a healthy conversation flowing of encouragement, of positivity, of wisdom. Because for some of us, this is our first journey, lock journey, while some of us, this may be our 3rd or 2nd. And some of us have been doing this for 11 years, while some of us only started with 7 months, or 2 years, or however the case may be. Wherever you are on your journey, I just encourage you to encourage someone else, give someone else a little push, positive push, because we know how it is. We need it, and I'm pretty sure even no matter where you are on your journey, you need it as well. It's always good to uplift one another, because like I always say, if we don't help each other grow, we're depleting our human race. As we can see in this world today, how everyone is trying to heal from the chaos and the ruckus and the disproportionate energies that just has been flowing constantly without acknowledgement. So, thank you guys for tuning into my 7-month Loc update. I truly appreciate you stopping by. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave, please. And like this video. Give me a huge thumbs up if you enjoy this type of content. And I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.